Hello guys, welcome back to the channel Elite Football Analysis. As you all know, football isn't just a game. It's a story written every weekend. A story of pressure, rivalry, redemption, and sometimes collapse. This weekend, the Premier League gives us a Manchester derby, one of the biggest games in world football that could reshape the title race. Arsenal face a hostile away test to Nottingham Forest, while Liverpool hunt consistency. Tottenham are looking for stability, Chelsea search for identity, Aston Villa try to prove they truly belong among the elite teams in the Premier League right now. And also, heading back to Spain, we all know the chaos at Real Madrid, confidence in Barcelona, and the La Liga title race feels like a ticking bomb. By the end of this video, you understand who truly controls the Premier League title race, why Xabi Alonso panicked and left Real Madrid, and which league, England or Spain, has the most dramatic title race this season. Stick with us till the end. If you love pure, unbiased analysis, you are in the right place. Let's talk about football. Alright, so without wasting much of our time, let's start with the biggest game of the weekend, the Manchester derby. As we all know, Manchester United will be hosting Manchester City at Old Trafford tomorrow. This is more than a football match. This is pride, history, power, and psychology. Manchester City arrive looking calm, calculated, and dangerous. Pep Guardiola knows every single point matters because right now they are chasing Arsenal in the title race. Dropping points against Manchester United will be a huge boost to the Arsenal side, and it will bring down the momentum of the Manchester City's player. But Manchester United are unpredictable. As we all know, they are not stable but dangerous on their day. Manchester United can still hurt any team in the EPL right now. So it is not just a normal match. On a very good day, if you are predicting this game, everybody will say Manchester City will win this game. Although it's a derby, anything can happen. An early goal from Manchester United could shift the momentum to the Manchester United side. If you can take a very good example at the Manchester United game against Liverpool. Liverpool were on red hot form when Manchester United played against Liverpool. Because of the early goal they scored, they controlled the game until towards the end. They still got their winning goal and hurt Liverpool in that game. If City win this game, the pressure will pile on Arsenal, and if United wins the game, the league becomes even more messier and more dramatic. This is not just a football match, this is an emotional warfare, because it will be like a bragging right in the city of Manchester for them to know who runs the city this season, because Manchester City has already won Manchester United in the first leg at Etihad Stadium. So Manchester United will be looking to return that favor this time to win Manchester City. Let's stay calm until tomorrow to see what happens in the match. But to me, I predict Manchester City getting an upset in this match. The next game we'll be looking at will be the Liverpool game against Burnley. The consistency test. Liverpool don't need drama here. They need control in this game. Anfield should be a fortress to Liverpool. Obviously, the Anfield has always been a fortress to Liverpool. But this season so far, a lot of teams goes to Anfield and outplay Liverpool. Even the small teams, they go to Anfield, outplay Liverpool, and leave Anfield with a draw, which is not something we expect in this match. We expect Liverpool not to sleep in this match. This game isn't about winning alone. It's about reminding everyone that Liverpool still belong in the big conversation. Liverpool are the defending champions. They have to win this game to show everybody that they are still there in the grand scheme of things. Who knows? Liverpool can still beat Manchester City or even beat Arsenal to the title. It depends on what happens. So I think Liverpool are still in the conversation and they will look to be in the grand scheme of things if they win this game. The next game we'll be looking at will be the Tottenham game against West Ham. As we all know, Spurs cannot be trusted. Spurs are talented, yes, but they are very fragile. As we all know, without Richarlison, they lose energy, creativity, and intensity in attack. West Ham will be physical, stubborn, and opportunistic. This is the kind of game that tells us who Spurs really are this season. Are they just contenders or entertainers? This is the kind of game we will know if Tottenham Hotspur are really serious in the top four race, because if you look at it very well, when Thomas Frank came into the team, they started very well. During the preseason, they dealt with Arsenal in the preseason, but as you all know, the season started, they started underperforming. So this is the kind of game we will know whether Tottenham are still a good team under Thomas Frank. Now, let's talk about the Chelsea game against Brentford. This is not just another game. This is an identity test. Chelsea have talent, speed, and big name players. The likes of Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, Cole Palmer, Garnacho, name them, Estavo Williams, there are many. Chelsea have big name players, but they lack consistency, they lack control. One week Chelsea will look brilliant and the other week they will look confused, especially against big teams. Chelsea look brilliant, they play well against big teams, even if they will lose some matches against big teams, but they still play well. You can take example from the two games they played against Arsenal this season. If you look at the game they played against Arsenal in the Carabao Cup, despite missing some key players in their team from their starting 11, they still played well. Alejandro Garnacho came from the bench and delivered two key goals that made them to be back into the game and still have a chance of contesting in the Carabao Cup semi-finals. If you look at the other game they played against Arsenal in the league at Stamford Bridge, they went 10 men down, losing Caicedo in the first half. If I'm not mistaken, 32 minutes. They lost Caicedo in that match and still they got a draw in that match, which made us to know that Chelsea are still a good team on their own day. So Chelsea just need to stay calm, composed, and win this game. Even though Brentford is always a boogie team to Chelsea, I think Chelsea still have a chance. They have to win this game. Chelsea will win Brentford tomorrow, my own prediction. It's because if truly Chelsea wants to be taken serious again, games like this must become a routine victories. They don't have to be dropping points in this type of games if truly they want fans to take them serious again. They should not be having stress winning this type of games. Now, let's look at another tricky fixture of the weekend. The Nottingham Forest game against the Gunners. Nottingham Forest against Arsenal. Now, this is quite a huge game. Many people will focus on the Manchester derby, but this game may decide the title race as much as the Manchester derby. Arsenal are top of the league, yes, but being top of the league means nothing if you blink. Nottingham Forest at home this season, as we all know, they are very aggressive, emotional and chaotic. If Arsenal drops points here, Manchester City will smell blood instantly in the title race. We can see all the Manchester City players are already speaking out that they are confident of beating Arsenal in the title race. So if Arsenal drop points in this match, Manchester City will smell blood in the title race. This is a test of mentality. This is a test of maturity and a test of champions in the Arsenal side. So if truly the Arsenal players are ready to lift the trophy this season, this is the type of game they should be winning away. Now, let's look at the Aston Villa game against Everton. Now, there is a question I would like to ask. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Are Aston Villa really an elite team this season? Judging from what they have done so far this season, are Aston Villa really an elite team this season? Aston Villa deserve respect this season to me. They are not just a mid-table team anymore. They are knocking on the door of the big boys. They have defeated most of the big teams in the Premier League this season. Against Everton, I expect Aston Villa to control the game, dominate possession, take their chances, but here is the real question. Are Aston Villa just a good team, or they are just becoming a serious force in the English Premier League? A comfortable win here should send a strong message to the other big teams in the Premier League, because after match week 21, if Aston Villa still remains second in the Premier League table, this is to tell everybody that truly Aston Villa are going for the league. Alright, so let's look at the Premier League title race proper. Right now, the Premier League title race feels like a battle between three different stories. Arsenal represent hunger, structure, and belief. They are disciplined, tactical, and emotional invested. Meanwhile, Manchester City represents experience, confidence, and cold mentality. They don't panic, they just wait for mistakes. And also, Aston Villa are watching quietly, still close enough to shock everyone in the title race. Chelsea are rebuilding, not in the title race yet, but capable of ruining someone else's season on any given day. You can see Chelsea have collected points from Manchester City in the title race. They have also collected points from Arsenal in the title race. Only Aston Villa has gotten all 3 points from Chelsea this season so far. So, so judging from this, we can all say that Aston Villa are proving that the Big Six may soon make room for a new challenger, which is Aston Villa themselves. One weekend can change everything. One bad result can flip everything in the title race this season so far. So for my prediction, I still stand with my prediction from the beginning of the season. Arsenal to win the league. 6 points is not something to joke with from the Arsenal perspective, because if you look at it very well, Arsenal are a team that hardly drop points. Even though they drop points against Liverpool, that everybody will be skeptical about. Arsenal are not a team to joke with. Arsenal are a team to take serious in the title race this season. I still expect Arsenal to win the league this season. They will not bottle the league to me. Now, let's look at the La Liga title race. Right now, La Liga looks like this. Barcelona are in control. Real Madrid are chasing. Barcelona have momentum, rhythm, and psychological advantage. Real Madrid have quality and history in the La Liga, as we all know. If they don't settle quickly, Barcelona could run away with the title race. If they don't settle quickly under the new manager, Barcelona can run away with the title race. Nobody knows what the players did to Xabi Alonso that he decided to leave the club with immediate effect. There are a lot of rumors that it's because of the ego of the likes of Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Junior, and the rest of the big players in the team. But all these are unconfirmed rumors because nobody knows what exactly happened in the Real Madrid team. And if that issue is not addressed, I think that team will still be unstable. How can you tell me that a 17th position team will come and defeat Real Madrid in the Super Cup? That's a very wrong statement. It's a very wrong statement from the Real Madrid perspective. If Real Madrid have to remain in the title race, they have to work on their team. Because if you come to the Barcelona part of the story, Barcelona are a team on fire right now. So football is more than results. It's about stories, emotions, and analysis beyond the scoreboard. If you love pure, unbiased breakdown like this, make sure you subscribe to Elite Football Analysis. Turn on the notification so you never miss a deep dive. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Who wins the Premier League? Can Real Madrid still catch Barcelona in the La Liga title race? Is Aston Villa becoming a big club in the Premier League? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section.